So that last video was a long one, and I'm gonna try and keep these a little shorter, but I wanted to really make sure you guys understood that. Moving forward here, problem 17, we have the square root of 7 over the square root of 5x. So the big thing is they do not want square root signs in the denominator, so they don't like that. And the only way to get rid of it when it's a problem like this is to simply multiply the top and the bottom by what is in the denominator. And the reason this works is because when you multiply these two together, you get the square root of 25x squared. All right, and then your top, you're going to get 35x. I'm not going to show all the intermediate steps because I hope at this point we're kind of beyond that. All right, square root of 35x over the square root of 25x squared. Square root of 35x is just going to stay that. But the bottom, square root of 25x squared is, well, the square root of 25 times the square root of x squared. Square root of 25 is 5. And the square root of x squared is x. Hopefully you should realize that if you multiply a radical times itself, you just get the radicand for your answer. You get the number, the value that's under the radicand. So, for example, if you have 3x squared root of 3xy times the square root of 3xy, you're just going to get 3xy. So that's why we get 5x there. Okay, I'm going to erase that. That's confusing. So your final answer is square root of 35x over 5x. We don't have a radical in the denominator anymore, and we're all good to go. All right, next problem. Conjugates. Okay, so same deal. You can't have anything in the denominator, but with the conjugate, what you want to do, and I'm gonna write this so it's bigger. With the conjugate, what you want to write is you're going to put the same thing in the top and the bottom because that's the rule of working with fractions. And you're going to use both of the terms that are already in this, but you are going to take this sign and you're going to use the opposite. So I'm going to use positive on both of these. And then you just multiply everything. So 7 times 5 is 35. 2 times the square root of 5 times 5 gives you plus 10 times the square root of 5. And then when you do these conjugates, really all you have to do is just multiply your first two terms. Wow, that was really strange. All right. Your first two terms, which gives you 49. And then your last two terms, because the middle terms, when you do that, are going to cancel each other out. So negative 2 times 2 gives you negative 4. And then square root of 5 times square root of 5 gives you 5. So if we simplify this further, we've got 49 minus 20. Okay, see how I got that, right? 49 minus 20. And then that gives us 29. So our finished answer should be over 29. 35 plus 10 times the square root of 5 over 29. And if you don't believe me on how this works out with the way you multiply the conjugates together, try it out. But you're going to have negative 14 times the square root of 5 and positive 14 times the square root of 5. They will cancel. So that's why all you got to do is your front terms and your last terms. That's why the conjugate really works well. Okay, we're going to stop the video.